from the the titles on the screen itself, how they're misspelled. I love that. It's a little just gets you right into the movie right away. You know where this is headed. When Jim Carrey sticks his head out the window, just the way he sticks his head as far out the window as he can, and he obviously mistakes her accent for Australian instead of Austrian. And when he puts his head back in the window, he hits the window with his head, and he puts the window up and it bumps his nose. Like, just little nuances that Jim Carrey does in this, I think are brilliant. I really do. I think he was brilliant in this movie. I don't think someone else who would have played this would have done it near as well as what he did. Another great scene I like, the salt shaker scene. He hits Seabass and he says, "Okay, who's the dead man that hit me with the salt shaker?" And how Lloyd completely sells him out by pointing at him. Just oh, I love it. And when Seabass gets the table, Lloyd pretends to look out the window like he has nothing to do with it.
Like he has nothing to do with it. Yeah.
Oh, and then we need to talk about one of the great improv scenes. Hey, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Guys! And the sound that comes out of Jim Carrey's mouth, it doesn't even sound human. I don't know how to this day, I don't know how he actually made that sound. Like, I don't know.
I don't even remember the sound.
Oh, I'll put the clip in the movie episode. Don't you worry.
The episode. It's like,
yeah.
Something like that.
Sort of.
Some weird.
Has a little more bass to it, a little lower tone. I know one of the things that you said, I think, a while back was that the movie has no heart or nothing really emotional in it, and I completely disagree on that. I think this movie has a strong emotional pull. If you look at the scene, there's two big instances. The scene where Lloyd flat out breaks down in front of Harry when he says,
"You know what I'm sick and tired of, Harry? I'm sick and tired of having to eke my way through life. Sick and tired of being a nobody. But most of all, I'm sick and tired of having nobody."
I honestly think it's a great acting mode from Jim Carrey in general, but also for his character, the dude is a lonely guy. He clearly has nobody besides Harry in his life. It's literally just the two of them. And pursuing Mary Swanson, however silly it may be, is the kind of jolt that he needs in his life. The second scene is when they discover that Lloyd drove almost a sixth of the way across the country in the wrong direction, and Harry completely ditches him and says he's walking home. And the reaction that Lloyd has when he says,
"Oh, well, pardon me, Mr. Perfect! I guess I forgot that you never ever make a mistake!"
How he delivers that line, you can tell he's on the border of tears. He's on the borderline of tears in that moment. Like, you can tell from his reaction. It's a great acting moment, I think, from Jim Carrey. And and he's proven, obviously, in later films that he can do dramatic roles, but he infuses just a little moment in this movie. You can see it. You can see it just in that moment. And, I think his other movies like The Truman Show and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, he's good in dramatic roles, but I like him in both comedic and dramatic. Like I said, I'm not huge into Ace Ventura, or the second Ace Ventura. I like the first one. But yeah, he's flat out good in this movie. He really is. And then when Lloyd heroically returns for Harry on the moped, it's just a beautiful scene set to the Giggle Ants, Where I Find My Heaven, and that long shot of them driving together on the road, just the two of them. It's beautiful. It's perfect. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what to say about it. The soundtrack.
You just went on about this movie for 20 minutes.
Then the soundtrack to the movie also is just perfect. The 90s soundtrack, that was something that actually was really missing from the sequel, is it just didn't have a near as good of a soundtrack. A soundtrack can make a movie, and it definitely helps this movie. Thanks for watching this clip. If you like what you saw, you can click up here to watch the full episode. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get the access to all of our latest episodes. And if you really like what you see, you can consider supporting us on patreon.com/buddymovies. Thanks again for watching, and stay cool.